In this video, I'm going to show how to calculate the EMV as well as determine the optimal EMV and the associated decision. So the EMV is an acronym for expected monetary value. It is the weighted average. So now we have to consider the probabilities. So in this question, we have some probabilities. So I'm just going to add a row here. And we had probabilities of 40% for A and 60% for B. Or alternatively, I could go as equal to 1 minus the 40%, as they should add up to 100%. Now, to calculate the EMV, I essentially take 40% weight times the outcome associated with A plus 60% times the associated outcome with B. Now I should have clarified this is all related to the decision to buy at A only. So I'm isolating one decision at a time and then doing a weighted average of the outcomes. And what I get is negative 40. Now I can repeat this with for the decision of buying at B alone, again, one decision at a time. So I would have 40% times the negative 12 plus 60% times 13. Now that shouldn't be a percentage, so I'm just going to write that as currency because that's what I want here. Now, one thing to note is that I keep multiplying the values in A by 40% and the values in B by 60%. I could lock in those references, so I could apply dollar signs to those percent values, which would have been the C12 and the D12, and drag this down. But an even quicker trick in Excel is to do the sum product. So the sum product multiplies two arrays. So I would have had 40% and 60% being multiplied by 11% and negative 8. Or sorry, not 11%, 11 and negative 8. And it adds up the 40% times 11 plus the 60% times negative 8. So it adds up all of those products, which is exactly what we're doing here. So I'm going to go 40 and 60%. I'll apply my dollar signs there, comma, the values for the payoffs for buying at A. And now I can drag this down and I get the exact same values. So there are my EMVs. Now to determine the optimal decision, what I want is the highest EMV. So I'm going to find the max of those EMVs. That will give me the highest EMV. And I get 3 or 3 million. So that is going to be my optimal EMV value, the highest EMV, and the decision I would want to make corresponds to that would be, you see the EMV of 3 here, it goes back to buy at B only. So that is my optimal decision, which has an EMV of 3 million.